Hey folks, we've got Herb once again. I feel like I'm always casting Herb these days, playing as the Warp Spider Exarch, and he's going to be with Adila, playing as the Farseer. So we got a lot of Eldar shenanigans. Oh, look at this. This is some dedicated 2v2 hardcore strategizing here. As part of Herb spawning on the top side here, he's going to be immediately teleporting as Warp Spider Exarch to the bottom of the map because we are on the Ruins of Argus, where there is a very influential garrison, as you can see right here, right next to the contested VP at the bottom. And this garrison is not really important because it's near the VP. You can see it's literally right next to two of the natural farms in the game. So, very important garrison here. You can imagine if the Plague Champion got in there, it would be a nightmare for Eldar to deal with. They could hit him with double plasma grenades and he could just tank it. So yeah, the Warp Spider Exarch securing that is very nice. And it's going to be influential. It'll be funny to see how it gets dealt with in the early game. Now, one of the ways that Deimos could deal with it, actually Deimos has a lot of ways to deal with it because he's the Plague Champion, which is very lucky for him. But probably the best way on this map is the Grenade Launcher Heretics. You're going to notice there's a lot of walls around here which you can't shoot through, they're shot blockers. Unless you have an artillery-style arcing weapon like the Grenade Launchers and the Heretics. And it just so turns out that Grenade Launcher Heretics not only are an arcing artillery weapon, they're also an anti-garrison weapon. So, yeah, combine that with extra range as well, and you've got a very good tool to deal with that building. Beautiful flank here coming down from Asmon, who is going to be the Warlock player here for the red team, helping out Deimos, and he's going to execute one of those squads of Banshees right at the start of the game. Not a good start here for Adila. Now, the Plasma Grenade was utilised in order to get the retreat wipe, but this is looking like a terrible situation, honestly, for Adila. His Guardians in here are at quite a lot of risk. There's a little bit of anti-garrison damage here coming from the damage over time out of the Plague Champion, but that only procs when he hits, and he's going to be missing a lot of those shots here against the targets in the garrison. But there's just so much damage, even with the tremendous defensive bonuses that you get from being inside the garrison. It's not going to be enough, and Adila is going to lose his Guardians. He is down to just his Farseer, and even she is under a lot of pressure right now. It's going to be up to Herb to save the day. Did Herb just lose some Guardians too? Oh my god, Herb just lost his Guardians over here to the Heretics here of Deimos. End of the replay, guys. See ya. We're all off home. Fucking hell! Heretics in retreat path of the Rangers. Wow! They somehow don't manage to kill him, certainly aided there by a Mind War being cast by the Ghost Helm. But talk about pressure from the red team early on. How on earth blue team are going to be recovering from this, I'm not entirely sure. They didn't get 0 picks. They managed to kill the Warlock over here of Asmon. But this is 2v2, so he can be revived by the Plague Champion if he can secure that area. So it's not as bad to lose a hero in a team game as it is in a 1v1, since there's a good chance you can get it back for free. It just means you're going to have to wait, as long as you don't lose it really deep behind the enemy lines. Nice little grenade there. Probably didn't need to retreat. Maybe you lost the model, but I think that'd be worth it to stay in and bash a bit faster. I mean, look at the damage that grenade did. Wow. A lot of pressure on these lower gen farms. I'm surprised blue team aren't fully building the upper gen farm. In fact, I'm really surprised they built the gens down here and not up top, because it feels like they've been losing down here for a long time. I think it's incredibly risky to build the gens down here. So Adila replaced both of his lost units. He's just getting his Guardians out now. You can see these are his Banshees running around. We've got some, wow, some fully upgraded GL ticks. Deimos fully upgrading both ticks, not going for Noise Marines. That seems a bit odd. I mean, it's a very lean build in terms of pop costs, so he's going to have a nice requisition income. I wonder if he's going to try and rush tier 2, I'm not sure. I would always be getting Blastmasters in this map. The distance from the base to the bottom gen farms is very short. You've got a lot of line of sight blockers to mitigate the reduced range from that Noise Marines with the Sonic Blaster have. And then in tier 2, it's also anti-garrison, Sonic Blaster. And then in tier 2, the Blastmaster itself, the artillery weapon like a PDEV, is great if you position it in the mid here to cover this contested VP, so I would be doing that. What was that we just seen wiped? That was the CSM that we've seen wiped by the Mind War and Banshees in retreat path. A lot of things getting killed in retreat paths here. You do have to be careful. Over-committing on the enemy side, and then someone comes down through a flank through the mid, and you end up having them on your retreat path. We've not been paying much attention to the top because honestly it's been kind of weird. There's not really been any proper fights there. It's just been one side goes in, caps it, and then leaves, and then the other side comes in and caps it, but there's not been too much fighting. Quite funny to see these Banshees tying up all the shurikens here and forcing them off, even though shurikens should really be the ones that counter the Banshees and stop them getting into melee in the first place. Obviously not set up appropriately here. Okay, Deimos? No. I thought he had double grenade launcher heretics there. He doesn't. I was going to say that'd be pretty strange. Banshee fight. Holy shit, the fucking Banshees for Herb are level 3? How are they level 3 already? We're in tier 1. What on earth did they kill? I thought they were just killing like remnants of squads. But they are super high level. Did they kill the Warlock again? I think the Banshees have killed the Warlock twice purely on their own, which is giving them a lot of XP in addition to all the other things they've killed on retreat. Wow. Yeah. Asmon's Banshees are going to have no chance against that. Nice use of the very cheap default ranges here with their shuriken pistols. Just tying up the shuriken, forcing it off in melee. Looks like they're going to contribute here, maybe get into melee with these Guardians. Just got to be careful with grenades. But they are. Yeah, we get to see ranger specials. You don't get to see that too often. It doesn't force melee onto the shuriken, so he's just gonna. So yeah, he's gonna survive. Gonna survive, no problem. What's going on, bot? Not a whole lot. We got a Farsi here trying to bash a gen. Not very good at gen bashing. Not with her default weaponry, anyway. Not really good with any of her weaponry at gen bashing. Warlock can be surprisingly good if you get Immolator. The actual damage over time does a lot of damage to gens. But we're going to get another scrap between Herb's Banshees and Asmon's. The Warshout came in really early there for Herb, which is nice. It doesn't look like he's procced any specials. Okay, Asmon's calling in the Autark, which is going to be a big game changer. Can he get the wipe now? Has he got swift movement? No. Okay, gonna have to flee. Fair enough. A lot of skirmishing going on, but mostly up here it's just going to be an isolated Warp Spider X-Sash, so he should eventually be forced off. Deimos down bottom is going to be pushing forward with Blood Crusher. Beautiful map for the Blood Crusher because you can heal him with your heretics whilst you protect your heretics behind a line of sight blocker, because it obviously heals through the walls. Because the worship doesn't matter whether there's a wall in between you or not, as long as you're in range it's going to heal. So that's really strong. Just imagine if you're trying to kill the Blood Crusher as it's here and you're here, and then the heretics can be worshipping here as the Blood Crusher's running around and getting healed, and you can't get to the heretics because you have to walk around, you know, it's a nightmare. So basically, long story short, Demons are very good at the bottom of Runes of Argus, and that is why he's going to be following up the Blood Crusher with a Bloodletter himself. So it'll be interesting to see how Adila counters that. So far he's going for a Falcon, which is... yeah, I mean, it's mobile AV, which is good. Bright Lances will be the worst option here. You need to get mobile AV, so I was thinking Fire Dragons, but I guess the Falcon works too. But Deimos will presumably eventually get Plague Marines, which are going to be tricky for a Falcon to deal with. We have 300 points remaining. It's annoying, you kind of want Fire Dragons to kill the Blood Crusher, but you want Warp Spiders to deal with the Bloodletters. Is that a grenade over here? I don't know where that grenade was. Flanking here from Herb. Oh, again, risky with the retreat paths, man. Gotta be so careful with the retreat paths. Deimos didn't see it. Honestly, with Blood Crusher and 4 Bloodletters there, 3 Bloodletters, probably could have killed that Shuriken, I think. But he missed the opportunity. Autark roaming around a bit. Falcon does a bit of poking, takes out a gen gunner back off. Looks like there's not too much contesting the bash over here from Asmon. Put his buff onto the Warp Spider X out there, but he's kind of in the open, which is not good for him. No Warlocks though, and the Guardians is going to make them a lot less effective. Hey, look at that! More things being killed on retreat. This is a chaotic game. I suppose with Triple Eldar, there will be a lot of retreat killing. Yeah, Falcon needs to make sure it's focusing its damage onto the Blood Crusher here and not fighting the infantry. Riftguards seem a bit of a strange choice given the lack of setup teams on the red team. You know, we've only got one Shuriken, I don't really think Riftguard's that necessary. And it feels like the play so far has been extremely mobile, so I don't like the immobile choice of the Wraith Guard. On the plus side, for the red team, they are both tier 3. On the negative side for the red team, no, actually I'm wrong. On the negative side for the blue team, they are tremendously behind in VPs. Basically, this is looking bad for the blue team. They're really going to be able to make a comeback here, because this looks awful. They are like 220-ish VPs behind. The red team is tier 3, the blue team are stuck in tier 2. The blue team have got some units that don't appear to be particularly useful, like the Wraith Guard. We'll see, maybe I'm wrong, maybe they'll put in some value. It appears they've already got some decent kills. Given some Guardians there. Because the Warlock was trying to tie them up, but got stunned there by the heavy gauge death filament. What was that? Was that the Heretics that just got annihilated by the Wraith Guard? Okay. Okay then. I take it back, Wraith Guard doing quite well, because they're fighting noobs like Deimos. Can't micro. Doesn't even micro his ranged units to get hit by Wraith Guards. It's not like he's the best player in the game right now or anything, as per winning the last Elite League. Predator tank is going to be coming out for Deimos here, and if you're not familiar, nice attempt there to block the Predator with a Web Brigade, and nice is definitely very sarcastic there, because you just run it over when it wasn't fully built. But yeah, Falcon, it's nice in that it can do anti-vehicle damage whilst being a transport, but at the end of the day it is a transport, it's not a mainline battle tank, so if a mainline battle tank appears and charges at it, it is going to die. Which is exactly what happened. And that's actually quite a big loss for Adila, because if he was able to get tier 3, of course, he would be able to get that energy field on the Falcon, and then it'd be a lot more effective. No such dreams now. Banshee's up top, going to secure that VP. Guardian's not capping yet in the mid for the red team. So the blue team are actually making back a few VPs here. Not really got anything to contest the bottom though is the problem, and Deimos is on that once again. Though he is on it with his Heretics. I was going to say so that means lack of repair support, but no it doesn't, because he's the Plague Champion, so he can still repair. No problem. Where's that whole tank? She's over here with her fusion gun. Got a prism now for Asmodeus as well. I mean, yeah, I'm really struggling to see how the blue team can do anything here. Feels like Deimos just needs to get Terminators. I like the Haywire into the Wraith Guard. That's a good tank counter, but unfortunately the Wraith Guard are pretty out of position there. I'm going to obliterate these Guardians though. They need to move. What are they doing? Hello? Okay, Wraith Guard are missing. Great. Looks like Guardians knew this. Hey, they're pushing them back somehow. Just sheer numbers of infantry. The red team losing too many units, well, particularly Deimos. Asmon here re-diverted most of his forces to take back the top, which is fair enough. Bit confused why the Warlock and the Banshees are pulling back here. Okay, yeah, now they're turning around. Got Providence on the Warlock. Going to be getting the Witchblade Acurnus, so he can do his whole spamming the Ethereal Slash thing if he wants to. That's going to make life very difficult for the Banshees of Adila and Herb. And that's a Dead Fire Prism. Wow, did that just get hit by the Wraith Lord? The Wraith Guards? I was looking at this unit roster. It must have took a little bit of chip damage from the Wraith Guards and then just got finished off by the Haywire. Pretty bad play there from Asmon. to lose a prism to that. I do question why the prism was all the way over here. Generally, with the prisms in this map, you just sit them here, and then nothing can cap the mid, and it's easy for them to rotate down and protect this VP as well. It's a very good prism map. But rotating them around the top here is more really the business of a tier 3 Falcon with its shield, which functions more like a mainline battle tank and less of an artillery support vehicle. Warlock, maybe overseeing is welcome, definitely overseeing is welcome there. Took too much damage from the shuriken at close range, even though he was trying to just exploit his invincibility. Deimos was asking for a red, but Asmon just died. Yeah, that was actually really unfortunate timing to die. Jesus, that was such an easy res as well over here. So, Deimos has got a great and clean one coming out. Somehow the red team are getting pushed back in spite of their being tier 3. I really think Terminators would have been the best choice here. It's not clear to me how they would have dealt with Terminators. Obviously there's Banshees, but the Banshees would have to commit so deep. I don't feel like it would have been very successful. Riftguard do okay against Terminators. They actually trade very well, but again, you just gotta keep the Terminators moving. It's always this thing with range units. Wow, nearly kills the Predator. I feel like that was so close that they deserve the kill. Crack shot activated on the Riftguard there to boost their damage and their range. Nice play. Gonna finish off the Predator. Deimos slows to remove that thing. That said, they would have still done good damage, and I think they'd probably have killed it still with the second volley from the crack shot. There is a lot of power in using Riftguard against tanks once you hit the tank with the Haywire Grenade. And because of that, I would probably have gone for the Mark of Nurgle on the tank as well. But I don't know, we didn't see it. Now we've just got a great and clean one to contend with. Which also will take a lot of damage actually from the Haywire into the melter weaponry of the Wraith Guard. But the Great and Clean one's got a lot more HP than the Predator, so can just take it on the chin, I guess, for the most part. Not really sure how well this Ortax's done with the fusion gun. I mean, she's certainly got a lot of XP, but I just feel like a lot of things have been dying all around. Yeah, like everything's got a lot of XP, really. Except the Warlock of Asmodeus. Farseer only really running around with the Ghost Helm, not really doing too much, so I'm not seeing anything from her, really. Default Heretics getting there. Getting their Aspiring Champion, but there wasn't even Exarch in this Banshee squad, so they're just going to kill them all. Okay, it seems like Deimos is... Whoa, 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 whoa! We've got a Nurgle Disco Boogie going on down here. Double Haywire, completely immobilizing that guy. Crack shot once again on the Wraith Guard. So you can see the damage that they do is pretty good, because they've got melter weaponry weapons, and yeah, that does bonus damage against super heavy infantry. Really feels like the Farseer here needs a better weapon, but blue team are really starved for power. They've never been able to keep a full gen farm up down bottom, and there's been a lot of attacks on the gen farm up top. Banshees here for Asmodeus getting involved in the action. I'm going to rout off most of the forces here of the blue team, but the Riftguard taking the garrison is going to be pretty good, actually. Ooh, oh no, it's not. Holy shit. Look at that damage spike, because the Farseer died. Wow. And that gives the backlash to all the nearby Wraith Guard, because she's a Spirit Seer. Wow. That was brutal. Ooh, nearly killed with the foul snare there. 7 HP left. God dang. Haywire goes in again, going to disable this Great and Clean one for a while as it gets hacked up by some Banshees. We've got another Haywire. We do have another Haywire, and we've got another squad of Banshees too. This should be the end of the Great and Clean one, I think. There's a lot of DPS coming in from the Howling Banshees here. So much power melee DPS. Might get out. I don't know how much energy the Stomp is. That's what it really needs right now. Oh, it consumed the Heretic to try and get energy back. But in doing so, it stopped moving and took a bit too much damage before it could use its Stomp, and is actually going to go down. Oh, sad times. I do think that was generally a pretty poor play. I think the Terminators would have been better than the Grey and Clean one. But what can you do? Tier 2 Eldar OP, I guess. We all are out here complaining about the Eldar tier 3, well it turns out you don't need it, you just stay at tier 2. Seer Council are going to be the choice for Asmon. Wow, really? Fucking hell. Okay, they're going to use an Eldritch to obliterate that tank. I mean, fair enough. There's not a lot of assets on the field in general right now. Herb has an absolutely insane amount of red. Clearly that wasn't his Eldritch. But yeah, they nuke that tank. Hit it with a haywire to snare it. Then your Eldritch Storm is going to do a lot of damage. What was that? The Warlock from the Guardians, I assume, now killed. God, Adila is getting carried quite hard by Herb here, that's for sure. I guess Deimos is getting carried by Asmon. Bomb players just getting wrecked on both sides from doubles all game. I mean, that's the nature of 2v2, right? It's nice to see that they're kind of evenly getting wrecked. Deimos and Adila both down to only 1 unit each. Fusion gun there from the Autark being a melter weapon will ignore cover. So you can't hide in the garrison against that. Can they get the kill with the Seer Council? Maybe. It's close. Oh, an Imperial Abyss in retreat too? Fucking hell, Deimos. That's probably overkill, mate. Banshees have got to retreat through it. They're gonna live. This lady lives. The Exarch lives. Everyone else dies. Well, well, well. PC back. Oh, where's the storm? Where's the storm? Oh, the storm's down here in the VP. Yeah, well, to be fair, I guess Herb has an absolutely ridiculous amount of resources. I don't know how necessary that... Oh, this is Asmon's Seer Council. Yeah, Herb doesn't have any Seer Councils. So that was to stop the VP decap, because the blue team are really feeling the VP pressure right now. They got a 2-to-1 cap, but maybe not for long. They're going to lose the bottom to the Autark. They're going to potentially lose the mid to this Guardian. There's nothing here to stop it, and they are going to be claiming the top. So it's going to be a 2-to-1 against them. Maybe. Autark is not going to be able to finish this cap with the Banshees moving in. No way. Suppressed with a Doom Blast into the Ethereal Slash should do very well. Okay, that was really unnecessary touch and Nurgle. Wow. Nearly wiped the Banshees. If he actually did use the Ethereal Slash, that probably would have been a wipe. Deimos is going to go for another Predator. I don't know why he's not getting Terminators. This is really weird. Terminators would be great. I appreciate there's Banshees on the field, double Banshees at that, but it doesn't matter, they're not that durable. You've got support, you can counter them. You've got a Plague Fist Armor, a Pestilence Plague Champion, you'll be fine. Default Chaos Terminators do have that 20% melee resist, it's not like they're completely squishy. Shit, even ranged Terminators for the Loyalist ones, they have no melee resist, but it's not like they die instantly to melee. I do like the Nurgle tank, I think that's what the last tank should have been. You know, they're only fighting infantry threats all game. I mean, when that Predator came out, basically both blue team members were stuck in tier 2 anyway, so what were they going to field? Like, a Wraith Lord? I doubt it, not against a tank. So, Nurgle Predator, pretty cool choice. Looks like the Wraith God did die. When did the Wraith God die? I'm getting Warp Throw now on the Warlock for Asmon. Feels like that one probably should have come a long time ago. What was that? The Shuriken for Asmon? No, the Shuriken for Herb. And now he's replaced it with a D-Cannon, I see. D-Cannon covering the mid here. Not really too much you can do about the Warlock though once he's activated his Providence. Ah, that's a good thing you can do with it. You can just teleport in and stun him with your Heavy Gauge Death Spinner until it wears off. Fair enough. Here comes the Chaos Predator. It's got that AoE poop gun. It's got damage over time, bolters. Oh, and a Warp Throw to pull the D-Cannon out of position as well. So, need to get someone onto the actual VP though. I would say probably... Oh, no, that was the Warlock and he's already gone. Damn it. Honestly, I don't know how the blue team are in this game. I feel like they've been low on units and behind in tech literally all game, yet at the same time they're somehow pushing the red team back and controlling map, which, yeah, it's very, very surprising to me, to say the least. Another Prism for Asmon apparently. And a D-Cannon for Adila, so they're going to have 2 D-Cannons on the blue team. They are so low in VPs right now. They're going to need to start doing some webway gate. Pardon me, they're going to have to start doing some webway gate shenanigans, I believe. I was going to say, why are these guys dying? It's because of this Plague Champion. Of course, we lost the indicator because he went down. He's killing the Rangers, can rotate back to the bottom to take that VP. And it is a 2-to-1 cap against the red team. Not good for them. Nothing's guarding the top. The Plague Champion's taking the bottom, but there's nothing there to support. Something needs to come out of that webway gate and deal with him. There's not a lot of time. Is that Singularity gonna hit their own guy? Oh, fuck. Yeah, it totally did. Hilarious. Nice. So Adila is thanking his teammate for carrying him this game by killing his Banshees. Love to see it. That was weird. Guess he wanted to try and do ethereal slash as he was charging in, leaping in, but then it didn't happen. And blue team are going to run out of VPs. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, honestly, I don't know how the blue team kept up for like half this game. It was insane. Kind of carnage. I don't even know what else to say. Tell me down below, folks, what do you think of that game? What could have gone differently? What were the deciding factors? And isn't this a cool visual here of the Rangers? Why are they glowing? I don't even know. Why are you glowing, boys? Crack shot from the What Spider X act, maybe just activated and see what it looks like. Fuck knows. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed the 2v2. Tell me in the comments, do you enjoy 2v2 as well? Remember, it's hard to get 2v2 replays. If you do enjoy the 2v2 replays, you need to tell me, because I've got to go out of my way to get these 2v2 replays for you. So tell me if you enjoy the 2v2 content. It's going to be off from your boy Torpid this time. Have a good evening, day, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you. Torpid is signing out.